everybody. Let's begin by finding a comfortable seat. Elevate your hips if you can. We'll keep the props optional because I don't know what you all have. So if you have a way to elevate your hips, go ahead and do that so that the pelvis tips forward. Find a comfortable seat. And then lengthening the spine so the crown of the head points to the sky and closing the eyes. Begin by tuning into the breath. So as we always begin, notice the quality of the breath. Is it shallow or deep, fast or slow? And have no judgment or attachment to what the quality of the breath at all. Just notice. Begin to deepen the breath into the three-part yogic breath. Dirga pranayama, beginning at the belly, expanding through the chest, collarbones lift, inhale. Natural pause at the top, and then exhale. Collarbones relax, chest relaxes, belly contracts slightly at the bottom of the exhale. There's a little pause down there too. These are natural pauses, a bit like when the ocean, when the water at the beach comes up, there's a pause before it recedes. You can see the waves building. There's a pause there too. So it's just like that breath. It's very natural. So no need to rush from one part of the breath into the next. And see if you can have that breath be long, slow, deep, and full. Of course, we want to breathe through the nose as much as we can. If you have congestion, feel free to breathe through the mouth. And if at any time any breathing exercise makes you feel anxious, just relax the breath. Just breathe gently at a pace and depth that works for you. A few more cycles of breath. And with the next exhale, releasing the technique and just shifting your awareness now to how you're feeling. So taking the attention off the breath, more toward an awareness. So there's all answers are the right answers in this moment in terms of how you're feeling, what you notice. I'm just cultivating the ability to tune in and be aware in the moment. And open the eyes and inhale, get nice and long. We're going to begin with some Sufi circles. So if you're up on you can stay up on the blanket if you'd like, but you might not need to for this. Exhale, leaning forward, begin to rotate the torso around the hips. You can pick what direction you would like, and you can pick the speed too. So for some, they like to do this pretty quickly. Inhale forward, exhale back, just begin to warm the hips. So we come forward, the chest is open. As we come back, we round, tuck the tailbone in, separate the shoulder blades. And when you find a good place to reverse direction, go ahead and do that. Notice where you feel the stretch, the opening. Inhale forward, exhale back. Nice. And one more circle. And returning to a neutral spine. Just noticing. Take the right hand out to the right, on the fingertips on the ground. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale off to the right. Pinning the left sits bone down. Opening up the left side body. Nice. And keeping both sits bones on the ground will give you the most opening on the left side. Inhale both arms up. Exhale left hand down, leaning over the left side body, now opening the right side. And inhale the arms up. And float the arms down. Let's take a moment to switch the cross of the legs. So naturally you have one leg in front, your favorite leg. Just move it back. So the leg that's on the inside is now on the outside. Just rest the hands on the knees and get nice and long here. As we inhale, we're going to take the right shoulder towards the left knee, exhaling forward. It's a little bit of a twist, forward bend combination here. Inhale up. Left shoulder to right knee. Of course, it's not going to get there completely. It's just more of an intention or it's a direction. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time each side. And when you inhale up, just take a moment to notice. And then we're going to transition to table pose. So bringing the hands forward, bringing the knees underneath the hips. Wrists under shoulders. For those of you with shoulder or wrist issues, you can step the hands forward just a little bit to decrease the angle between the hand and the wrist. Let's continue with these circle movements. So step the hands a little bit further forward than table. Just begin to make circles now with the torso. And just pick a direction. We'll do both directions. And then ask yourself if you're holding your head or just letting it hang, because you don't really need your head for this. And inhale forward, exhale back. And reversing direction. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more circle, great. And then take the pressure off the wrist. There's a couple of ways to do that. One is to come into child's pose, setting hips over heels. Arms alongside the body or alongside the ears. That's one option. The other is just to sit up in Virasana, the hero. You can shake out your wrists, maybe make circles with them. Just releasing that tension. Breathing. And wherever you've chosen to be, come on back to table pose. And begin to work with the backs of the legs. So extend the left leg back, keeping the toes tucked. So kind of airing out the back of the knee. And as you're ready, go ahead and lift the right leg up off the ground. The right toes are pointing down. As best you can, line it up with your back. And if that's going well, you want a little more challenge, take the left arm alongside the ear. And then lower the arm, lower the foot. And I'm just going to keep that leg straight, but send it out to the right. Put the sole of the foot on the ground. So the right leg is straight and out to the side. Let's take a moment here and just adjust what that feels like. Where do you feel the sensation? And inhale the left arm up, turn away from that foot. And then exhale, thread the needle now, taking the left wrist behind the right one, coming down on the right shoulder. And then there's some options here for the right hand. So you can have the right fingertips on the ground. You can have the right hand on the sacrum. Or maybe you send the right arm to the sky. You make your choice. Now, some of us might be able to touch the right toes with the left fingertips. If you can, go for it. If not, I wouldn't worry about it. Breathing. And wherever your right hand is, if it's not on the ground, go ahead and put it back there so you can push yourself back up. Finding table again. And just take a simple cat-cow here, a couple of them, just to release. Find neutral again. And then a neutral spine. Starting with the other side now, extending the left leg now behind you, keeping the toes tucked. Try that lengthening in the back of the leg. And then as you're ready, go ahead and lift the left leg up off the ground, left toes pointing to the ground. And then if this might be just a perfect place for you, if you want a little bit more, extend the right arm alongside the ear for table balance. Drawing the energy toward the midline to find your center. Excellent. Bring the right arm down. Take the left toes to the ground, but then go ahead and send the left leg out to the left. I'm just going to rotate here so you can see. So the left foot, the sole of the left foot is on the ground. I have my toes pointing a little more forward, but it probably doesn't matter, whatever's comfortable. And take the right arm up and away from that leg. And then threading the needle, coming down on the right shoulder this time. Same options for the left hand. So you can leave the left fingertips on the ground. Left hand to the sacrum. Left hand to the sky. And if you can reach your toes with your right hand, you could try that. Breathing here, variation of thread the needle. Nice. And if the left hand is not on the ground, go ahead and take it back down there. Push the ground away so you can inhale the right arm up. And back to table pose. Nice. Let's do one more. So let's extend the right leg again. And then pivot on the left foot, the left knee, so that the lower left leg is out to the left. Come down on the inside of the right leg. Send the right arm to the sky. This can be considered a knee down plank if you want full Vashisthasana, knee down side plank. Full Vashisthasana, you can straighten both legs. Another option, you can lift the right leg up off the ground, and it looks more like half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. And another option is to bend the knee, see if you can find your ankle back there. So that gives you a shoulder opener and stretching the quads on the right side. Nice. you have the bind, go ahead and release it. And the right leg back to the ground. Nice. And come on back to table. And we're going to do the other side, extending the left leg now. Pivoting on the right, coming down on the inside of the left leg. Sending the right arm to the sky, yes. And then look for your options here. You can balance, bind, breathing, we're always breathing. And if you have a hold of the ankle, go ahead and release. Back to table. Let's take a little break in Garbhasana, the child's pose. Well done. Breathing here. I'm going to come up and just keep an eye on you all. So arms can be alongside the body or alongside the ears in child's pose. And when you're ready, arms alongside the ears. If they're not already there, inhale up to table. We're going to slowly make our way to standing from here. Lots of ways to do that. A simple way would be just put one foot on the ground and then the other. Hanging in ragdoll or standing forward bend, Uttanasana. And since we're beginning just to work with the hamstrings, soft bend in the knees, always a good idea here. And then place the hands on the thighs, inhale up. Exhale, nice. All right. So let's do a little breath of joy. So many of you know it. If you don't, inhale, arms forward. We're still inhaling. Inhale out. We're still inhaling. Inhale up. Then exhale. Soft bend in the knees. A few more times. One more time. You got it. And then slowly let the arms relax. Find Tadasana. Wonderful. Take the hands out, arms out from the shoulders, palms facing forward. Do some twisting here. So from Tadasana, remember in Tadasana, ankles are under knees, hips, shoulders, toes are pointing forward. Shoulders are relaxed. So instead of having the shoulders up here, just drop them down. Right. We're going to inhale, take the right hand to the heart, twisting to the left. Exhale, left hand to the heart, twisting right. Notice where you feel that twist. Inhale, right hand to the third eye, center, Ajna Chakra, seat of intuition. Exhale. Left hand to the forehead. Then we begin again. So right heart, right third eye, left third eye. Breathing. One more time each side. So when you finish, the last one will be the left hand on the forehead. Just finish up as we meet together. So let's begin with a simple salutation. We won't be moving the feet, so wherever you are, it's fine. Finding Tadasana again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, send the hips forward. Standing back bend. A little bit too much to have the arms alongside the ears. You can always make a V or cactus, opening the chest. And inhale up to Tadasana. Exhale, we're going to fold forward here. Arms out from the shoulders. Finding Uttanasana here, bending one knee and then the other. A block here can be handy. Bend the knees deeply, resting the belly on the thighs. Send the weight back into the heels. Lift the arms up. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Also some options here. So arms in cactus will work. Arms out will work. The lower we go, the more challenge in the quads. Remember to breathe. Press the ground away. Inhale back up. Take a breath here. I'm not quite done. Right arm down. Inhale, exhale off to the right. Bring the right arm up. Exhale off to the left. Inhale up to center. Leave the arms coming out from the shoulders. We're going to twist to the right. Arms up alongside the ears. Twist to the left. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. Take a moment to notice. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hips out to the front. Exhale, nice long stretch from the pubic bone all the way to the crown, opening the chest. Inhale up. Exhale, diving forward, swan dive or not, hinging at the hips, leading with the chest. Standing forward bend, Uttanasana. You can bend one knee and the other if you'd like. And from here, take the arms behind you, interlace your fingers at the sacrum. Yes. Inhale, so the back is flat, parallel to the ground as best you can manage, and the legs will straighten. They don't have to be, knees do not have to be locked. And as we fold this time, we're going to see if we can lift our arms up off the back into standing yoga mudra. I'm going to turn so you can see what that looks like. Bend the knees a lot, bend the knees a lot, belly on the thighs. Peel the belly up off the thighs. A variation in chair pose now with the arms back. If that's too much, just go ahead and release the arms. Find a comfortable position for the arms. How does this change? We could toss it out for you. And push the ground away. Release the hand. Not quite done. Inhale up. Right arm down, lean to the right. Feel it opening the left side body. Oh, yeah. Inhale, right arm up. Lean to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Twist off to the right. Inhale up. Twist off to the left. Nice. Inhale, arms up. Hands to the heart center. Anjali mudra. Just taking a moment, dropping the shoulders. Just relax the arms. Take a moment, see what you notice. That generated a little bit of heat. All right, let's try a balance pose. A variation on half moon that I quite enjoy. We keep both feet on the ground, no matter where you are. So if your balance is challenging, or you think it might be, you can find a wall or some way, a chair or a sofa, something to stabilize just near that. Also, if balance is challenging, going to a harder surface like tile floor or wood floor will give you more stability. If you want more challenge, carpet, mat on carpet would be the most challenging. The most challenging of all would be to close the eyes. So if you feel like you want to try that, you can try that. So finding Tadasana, mountain. We're going to step the right ankle over the left, tucking the toes. So the ankles are pushed against each other here. Yes. And inhale the right arm up. And then take the left one across, palm up, right, pretty much at the belly. This is a Krishna variation of the half knee Ardha Chandrasana pose. Finding your breath. So as you push the ankles together, that'll give you stability. If your toes and ankles are moving a little bit, that is normal. Okay, so from here, we're going to take the challenge to come out of this pose on this side and go all the way into the pose on the other side. So we're going to move everything at the same time. We want to take that challenge. We're going to begin with the arms, opening them out. I'm going to uncross the legs. And now left leg over right. Moving the arms now. So the left arm is out, up, and the right arm is below. Chandrasana. Krishna variation. And unwind it all. Nice. Bring the arms down, across the legs. Sweet. Separate the feet a little wider than hip width for standing swinging twist. Arms are just hanging loose. Soft knees. Inhale, exhale. Right. Nice. Well done. You can do this fast if you want. And just relax the arms. So step the feet, turn to the wide side of your mat. Guess it doesn't matter which way you face. In this case, you're going to step the feet nice and wide. If you're used to using a block in the wide angle poses, go ahead and have that handy. Hands on the waist to start. Let's just start with a simple forward bend here, Prasarita Padasana. Just keep it simple and then we can decide where we want to go from there. So inhale, get nice and long. We're going to lead with the chest here. As we exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. I find it helpful to not lock the knees. Bring the arms down. So there's lots of places for the arms. Just find someplace comfortable. It might be below the shoulders. It might be grabbing the toes. Let's focus for our first forward bend here on what it feels like in the back. So just relaxing here, folding more forward, noticing the broadening in the back, lower back. Yeah. Nice. Then push the ground away so the back is parallel to the ground, and then walk the hands out away from the hips, a little wider than shoulder width, palms spread wide. We have a wide angle downward facing dog here, sending the hips back so the head will come between the arms. Enjoying the variation Adho Mukha Svanasana, wide angle downward facing dog. Shift the weight a little more forward, taking pressure off the hands so you can bring the arms back in. Hands on the waist, with the powering through the legs, pushing the ground away. Inhale back up. Great. Relax. Keep your feet where they are for a moment. All right, so we're pretty close to Trikonasana, so let's go there. So we're going to take the right toes out, left toes in. We're used to using a block in triangle pose. Now would be a good time to put it on the inside of the right foot. Take the arms out from the shoulders and look toward the right here. And we're going to drop the right hip and lift the left hip. As we do that, we're leaning over the right side body. Go as far as you can go. When you can't go anymore, leave the torso and just rotate the arm. That will probably put your hand just below the knee for a lot of us. Some of us might get to the block. So the idea is to have a plane for the body here. So we don't want to do this. We don't want to lean forward. I'm going to come into a line here with Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Nice. Powering through the legs. Okay, push the ground away. Inhale up to standing. Nice. Right toes in, left toes out. This is how they do it in the Ashtanga world. Go from side to side. Okay, so now we're looking over the left fingertips. We're going to drop the left hip, raise the right hip, lean over the left side body now. When you're down as far as you can go with the torso, just rotate the arms. Trikonasana side 2. Where are all the triangles? Triangles that the legs make. Triangle made by the arm and the shoulder and the thigh. Where are the angles? And inhale back up. Bring the toes in with you so the feet are parallel, lower the arms. Nice. Okay, so before we leave here though, as you know, we're so close. So bring the heels in a little bit so you can come into horse stance. Right? Yes, yes. Challenging the quads. All right, and then just go ahead and straighten the legs. Bet you couldn't wait for me to say that. Arms out and arms out in with a T. So 5-pointed star. So this is inhale. And you know you all want to do it. So we're going to exhale, bend the knees, bend the arms into cactus. And if you're brave and you're only in your living room and no one can see you anyway, stick out your tongue and lion's breath. So inhale here, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. One more time. Great. Inhale up. Lowering the arms. Lovely. All right, so push the ground away with one foot. You can bring your feet underneath your hips. And we're going to come down to a seat. So go ahead and do that. Taking your time. We'll start with the feet extended out straight. Seated forward bends and other things. So in Dandasana, you probably cannot see my feet, but I think you'll get the idea. The toes are pointed up, right? So not rotated out. So it's going to feel like you're rolling the thighs toward each other. And that idea is to protect the knee. So some other options, if you have it, you can support the knees with a blanket underneath or blocks. Yes. All right. So let's start here with seated forward bend, Paschimottanasana. So from the staff pose, which is where we are now, inhale the arms up. And exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips and fold forward. And let's see if we can keep the integrity of the back straight for just a breath or two. So you might not be able to go very far here. As you feel the meaning of Paschimottanasana, which is posterior stretch. Where do you feel this? With the next exhale, relax the hands. You can put them on the shins, on the ground. Maybe you can find your toes. Folding forward here. So there's permission to round here. Breathing. So this is the same shape as Uttanasana, standing forward bend. It's just a different relationship to gravity. You might notice with each exhale that you can fold a little bit forward, just a little bit more. And if you have a hold of the toes, you can just bring the hands to the ground, closer to your knees, and just inhale back up. Lovely. All right, so from here, we're going to take the right foot and take it inside the left thigh. Now the right knee is off to the side. So for some of us, supporting the knee with a blanket or block can be helpful. Just find your comfortable place for Janu Shirshasana. We're going to inhale the arms up. And then it'll take a little bit of a rotation from center to center the torso over the extended leg. Inhale up. Exhale, we're going to fold forward here. And then wherever your hands land, they land. Maybe you can get to the toes. Maybe it's just the shins. Folding in head to knee pose. Janu Shirshasana on this side. And then check out, see if you have any tension in the legs, like the right knee. You might have tension there. You can just let that go. You don't need it. You might come forward a little bit more with each breath. And then if you have a hold of your toes, go ahead and place the hands on the ground. If your hands are already there, then you're good. And then push the torso away from the legs just enough to take the left hand on the inside of the left leg. Back of the hand. We're going to swing the right arm out and up. That works for you. So this is a nice twist. Looks like this. Keep the arms extended from the shoulders, but then just come on up with the torso. Nice, right? And then we're going to take the left hand to the right knee and continue in the twist. Take the right arm behind you. Seated twist. So the longer we get in our twists, the deeper we can go. And you can look over the right shoulder if it works for your cervical spine today. Block for the right hand can be nicer too. Left toes pointing up. Okay, that's enough details. One more breath. Exhale, unwind. Nice. Bring the soles of the feet together. Uttanasana, the cobbler. Just our transitional pose here. And now we'll finish the other side by extending the right leg now. So left knee is out. You can have the usual supports for the knee. So the sole of the left foot is resting on the inside of the right thigh. Right toes pointing up. Inhale the arms up. And then we're going to center over the little extended right leg. Inhale up. Exhale, folding forward, finding what you find. So it might be toes, it might be shin, it might be ground. Folding in Janu Shirshasana on this side. And place the hands on the ground if they're not already there. So you can come up just enough that you can take the right hand on the inside of the left leg. Back of the hand against the left, or sorry, the right. It's the right extended leg. Send the left arm up into a twist. You can get a little more leverage out of the twist if you just push the right hand against the right leg. Nice. And leaving the lower body where it is, but then just coming up to the torso being upright, and then taking the right hand to the right knee. Look now over the right shoulder, if it works for your cervical spine. Nice. Right toes pointing, right left shoulder. I'm looking out over the left shoulder. Right toes pointing to the sky. One more breath. Exhale, unwind it. Nice. And let's bring the soles of the feet together one more time. So you can just be still in cobbler, Baddha Konasana, or maybe you just want to bounce the thighs a little bit off, up and down a bit. Sometimes this is called butterfly. Some of us like to fold forward in Baddha Konasana and enjoy a nice forward bend. You're welcome to do that too. Let's see how that feels. So find that version of the cobbler that works for you and rest here. Notice where you feel it. And then push the ground away, inhaling back up to a seat. All right. So bringing the knees together, so you can help them up if you like. We're going to make our way to lying down. So feet are on the ground. We're going to squeeze a little core exercise into this. So you might remember Navasana on the boat. So take the hands behind the knees. And then we're going to balance on the sits bone. So I have to shift the weight to do that. Shins parallel to the ground, feet pointing to the sky. This is stage 1. Stage 2, straight legs if you got it. Keep the chest open. So we don't want to round like this. We want to keep the chest open. Arms alongside the legs. No hands. This would be stage 3. And then slowly we're going to come to lying on our back. Making my boat low and long. Until at some point, you're just pretty close to the ground anyway. And let's go ahead and start here by propping the knees together. And just relax the belly, because we just worked the belly quite a bit. And then feel for the edges of the mat with your feet. So the feet are going to pull away from the hips a bit, so you have some room. Take your arms out away from the body, so you have room to drop your knees from side to side. Feel that. Inhale the center. Exhale off to the other side. Couple more times. Nice. Bring both of the knees up, and go ahead and bring the feet line up with the hips. Take the right ankle to the left knee. Hands on either side of the left thigh. And bring both knees towards you, grabbing behind the knee or the shin for figure 4. Hip opener here. And depending on how everything is organized, you might be able to use the right elbow to push the knee away from the chest. Breathing here. Nicely done. Keep the legs as they are, releasing the hands. And then grab the right knee by interlace the fingers at the shin. You can uncross here, coming into wind relieving pose. Some options here. So you can leave the left foot on the ground. You can extend the left leg. If you do, keep the toes pointing toward the sky. Wind relieving pose. Take the right foot to the ground. Draw the left knee in, other side. So left angle to right knee now. Hands on either side of the right thigh. Interlace the fingers at the shin or behind the knee, or figure 4 on this side. You might notice a difference. Like you might have more mobility or movement on one side relative to the other. Breathing. Bring the right foot to the ground and take the hands to the left shin, uncross the legs. Or when breathing in pose on this side, so you can keep the right foot on the ground, or you can extend the right leg for more of a groin opener. Keep the right toes pointing to the sky. Great. Bring the right knee back in and place one hand on each knee. So right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee, and then send the knees away from the chest so that the arms straighten. And then begin to make circles with the knees. Just pick a direction. A little bit of sacral massage here with the pelvic clock. Inhale, exhale. And reverse direction. Nice. And feet on the ground. So now would be the time to do any poses that we didn't get to, or go back to one that you particularly enjoyed, and we'll begin to transition to Shavasana. As you begin to settle into the ground, find those things that keep you warm and comfortable. Put your socks on, put your jacket on, cover up with a blanket. As you relax, you will cool down a bit. And now is where we integrate, where we bring the fruits of our practice together into our bodies, into our minds. And the ground that's always there rising up to meet you so that you can relax into it. So there's nothing to do. It's more about being, which is a little hard for those of us dashing about or wanting to dash about. So just relax here. Very slowly begin to deepen the breath. Use breath to begin to awaken the body. Starting out very gently with small movements. Wiggling the hands, toes, fingers, pulling the head from side to side. Take a big stretch here if it would feel good. It seems like just the right thing. And then drawing the knees into the chest, rocking a little bit from side to side. And as you're ready, rolling over to the right side for just a few more breaths. And slowly using your left hand to push yourself up into a seat for just a moment. Let's take a moment and enjoy the feeling that we've cultivated together. A reminder that that feeling is with us always. It's just a question of slowing down enough to notice it, enjoy it, relish it. And inhaling the arms up and out. Palms together overhead. Down the heart, down to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Thanking you all for joining me. So we can practice together, support one another. Hope you have a lovely day. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu means may all beings live happy and free. Namaste.